I seek refuge in God from Satan in the name of Allah, gracious and merciful. Quran topics by Tanvir Kazmi, chapter number 66, Prayers, English audio number 4. Surah Al-Shuara, Surah Al-Shura number 42, verse 37. They avoid gross sins and vice, and when angered, they forgive. They respond to their Lord by observing prayers. Their affairs are decided after due consultation among themselves, and from our provisions to them they give charity. Surah Al-Fath, verse number 8. We have sent you as a witness, a bearer of good news, and a warner, that you people may believe in God and His Messenger, and fear Him, and observe Him, and glorify Him day and night. Surely those who pledge allegiance to you are pledging allegiance to Allah. God approves their pledge. He places His hands above their hands. Those who violate, He placed He places His hand above their hands. Those who violate such a pledge commit the violation to their own detriment. As for those who fulfill their pledge, as for those who fulfill their pledge with God, He will grant them a great recompense. Surah Kaf number 50 verse 38. We have created the skies and the earth and everything between them in 6 days, and no fatigue touched us. Therefore be patient in the face of their utterances, and praise and glorify your Lord before sunrise and before sunset. During the night you shall meditate on His name, and after prostrating. Surah Al-Tur number 52, verse 48. You shall steadfastly preserve and carry out your Lord's command. You are in our eyes, and glorify and praise your Lord when you get up. Also during the night glorify Him, and at dawn as the stars fade away. Surah Al-Munafiqun number 63, verse 9. O you have believed, do not be distracted by your money and your children from remembering God. Those who do this are the losers. Surah Al-Jumu'ah number 9, Surah Al-Jumu'ah, verse number 9. O you have believed, when the congregational prayer is announced on Friday, you shall hasten to the commemoration of God and drop all businesses. This is better for you. If you only knew, once the prayer is completed, you may spread through the land to see God's bounties and continue to remember Allah frequently that you may succeed. Surah Al-Kalam number 68, verse 42. The day will come when they will be exposed and they will be required to fall prostrate, but they will be unable to. With their eyes subdued, humiliation will cover them. They were invited to fall prostrate when they were whole and able. Therefore, let me deal with those who reject this book, who will lead them on whence they never perceive. I will give them enough rope. My scheming is formidable. My scheming is formidable. Surah Al-Maruj, Surah Al-Maraj, number 70, verse 8. The day will come when the sky will be like molten rocks, the mountains will be like fluffy wool. No friend will care about their close friends. When they see them, the guilty will wish they could give their own children as ransom to spare themselves the punishment of their day. Also, their spouses, their brother, even their whole tribe and raise them, even their whole tribe that raised them, even all the people on earth, if it would save them. No, it is a flame eager to burn. It calls on those who turn away, those who hoard it and count it. Indeed, the human being is anxious. If they touched by adversity, despondent. If blessed by wealth, stingy, except for the worshippers. who always observe prayers. Part of their money is set aside for the poor and the needy. They believe in the day of judgment. They fear their Lord's requital. Their Lord's punishment is not taken for granted. Surah Al Muzammil, number 73, verse 20. Your Lord knows that you meditate during two-thirds of the night. Your Lord knows that you meditate during two-thirds of the night, or half of it, or one-third of it, and so do some of those who believed with you. Allah has designed the night and the day, and He knows that you cannot always do this. He has pardoned you. Indeed, you shall read what you can of the Quran. He knows that some of you may be ill, others may be traveling in the pursuit of God's provisions, and others may be striving in the cause of Allah. We shall read what you can of it, and observe prayer, give charity, and lend Allah the loan of righteousness. Whatever good you send ahead on behalf of yourself, you will find it at God for better. You will find it at God far better and generously rewarded. And implore Allah for forgiveness. God is forgiving, the most merciful. Surah Al Qiyamah, number 75, verse 1. I swear by the day of resurrection, and I swear by the blaming soul. Does the human being think that we will not reconstruct their bones? Yes, indeed, we are able to reconstruct their fingertip, but the human being tends to believe only what he sees in front of them. They doubt the day of resurrection once the vision is sharpened and the moon is eclipsed, and the sun and the moon crash into one another. The human being will say on that day, where is to escape? Absolutely, there is no escape. To your Lord on that day is the final destiny. The human being will be informed on that day of everything they did to advance themselves and everything they did to regress themselves. The human being will be their own judge. No excuses will be accepted. Do not move your tongue to hasten it. It is we who will collect it into Quran. Once we recite it, you shall follow such a Quran. Then it is we who will explain it. Indeed, you love this fleeting life while disregarding the hereafter. Some faces on that day will be happy, looking at their Lord. Other faces will be on that day miserable, expecting the worst. Indeed, when the self reaches the throat and it is ordered, let's go, he knows it is the end. Each leg will lay motionless next to the other leg. To your Lord on that day is the summoning, for they observed neither the charity nor did they pray. Surah Al Mursalat, number 77, verse 75. Surah Al Mursalat, Surah Al Mursalat, number 77, verse 45. Woe on that day to the rejectors. Eat and enjoy temporarily. You are guilty. Woe on that day. Woe on that day to the rejectors. When they are told bow down, they do not bow down. Woe on that day to the rejectors. Which hadith other than this Quran do they uphold? Surah Al-Alaq, number 96, verse 1. Read in the name of your Lord who created. He created people from one embryo. Read in your Lord most exalted. Teaches by means of the pen. He teaches humanity what they never knew. Indeed, the human transgresses when they become rich. To your Lord is ultimate destiny. Have you seen the one who enjoins others from praying? Is it not better for them to follow the guidance or advocate righteousness? Surah Al Bayyinah, number 98, verse 4. In fact, those who received the book did not dispute until the proof was given to them. All that was asked for them was to worship God, devoting the religion absolutely to Him alone. observe prayers, give charity. Such is the perfect religion. Surah Al Maun, number 107, verse 1. Do you know who really rejects the faith? That is the one who mistreats the orphans and does not advocate the feeding of the poor. And woe to those who observe prayers who are totally heedless of their prayers. They only show off and they forbid charity. Sadaqallah Azim.